back in, we'll just hit stop.
Okay.
Easy as that.
All right.
Go ahead and close that door. I'll do a radio check.
Okay.
Okay, Trace, Wayne, and Ed. If you guys can hear me, I want you to give me a thumbs up. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so sorry, Trace, I know your PDR is a little messed up there. We apologize for that. It's alright. We're going to get you another car sorted out. Let's make sure everybody's rolling the windows up on both sides. As you guys are getting comfortable inside the car, I want you guys to take notice of where the mode selector is. So that mode selector is kind of hidden under a piece of leather this year. It's in the center console, just like it was in the C7. But that mode selector is really important. We're going to use that while we're out on the racetrack to switch through the modes. We're going to start off in track mode. That's how the car was when it's fired up, so you really shouldn't have to change anything there. Also, when we first get rolling, we'll have the car in drive. But eventually, we're going to swap to manual mode, where we're going to let you guys play with the paddles as well. So, for now, let's just make sure the car is in touring mode. I'm going to get in my car, and we'll get ready to get going.
Wow, this is fucking cool. Yeah. I'll know when I get going if I need to be at water.
Alright, so you guys are awesome. You got ready to go really quick. We're just waiting on the other groups to kind of finish up here, and then we'll get going. While we're sitting here, let's get the parking brakes turned off. The parking brake on this car is no longer in the center console. It's actually over there by your left knee. You want to hold the brake, and you can kind of push in on that parking brake and make sure that's disengaged. Alright guys, looks like we got the green light. Let's go and get rolling. Just make sure the car's in drive. Just shift down to that D there in the center console. We'll start easing our way out there to the racetrack. Alright, so heading out to the racetrack for the first time. I know JJ talked to you. My name is Tommy Joe Martin, so I'll be your coach here for Track Drive 1. Big thing here is these first few laps. We're really giving you the idea of like a street drive. That's why we got the car in touring mode, softer suspension settings, a little easier to turn the wheel. Exhaust is closed off a bit. So this is meant for a comfortable road drive. So that's how we're going to drive during these first few laps. I'm going to take it pretty slow. I'll also talk you around our course. That way you guys can get to see it for the first time. As we're easing out here on the racetrack, we'll stay to the left. Heading into turn number 10 on our racetrack. There's a little orange cone there on the left. That's where we're going to start to turn as we aim through the corner. Green cone on the inside, that's the apex cone. I know JJ talked to you guys about that. We're trying to clip those cones as we go past them on the way out of the corner. So I'm going to keep the speed down quite a bit here as we're going around here for the first time. Again, we're trying to simulate like a street drive as we're going around. And you'll feel as we swap through the modes a little later on, how the suspension tends to stiffen up, and you'll get a little more response out of it. So right now, I'm going to drive like we're driving down the highway, pretty smooth, as we go through turn 1. Turn 2 is a bit of a sweeping corner over to the right. And it leads to a little straightaway here as we approach the top of the hill in turn 3. And this is probably the most fun corners on the track. As here as we're climbing the hill, carrying a lot of speed. And then you guys try to turn your head and look to the right as you really tighten it up here through turn 3 over to the right side. That leads you down into the bowl, over to the left. Then you can tighten up to the left-hand side really tight. Don't want to let it swing out too wide there in that bowl. Easy to let the car push up too much in the middle of that turn. You want to try to keep that pretty tight. Now into the SS. To the left, and then the right, and Wayne, I'm taking it pretty easy here. I'm going to make sure we all stay together pretty tight on this first few laps. Turn 8, this is really tricky. Look to your right here, Dries. So this apex is really late in the corner, so we actually don't want to touch the curb until we're way late, because it's going to help us stay to the right a lot better. Down to that curb too early, it's just going to start pushing you out wide. Turn 9, really tight left. Turn 10, making sure we wait till we get to that orange cone there on the left before we turn to go through turn 10. That will give you a better angle. All right, let's do our first rotation. So, Dries, I want you to pull to the right for me. So, Wayne, that what you just felt right there, and even though we're only going 30 miles an hour, was an example of like turning into her. So you got to the curb, you just got down there too shallow, and you see how it was pushing you out because you came out of the turn, right? You had to turn a lot more there as you left the turn. So let's see to the left here into turn 1. Wait for this orange cone. So it goes 2, 1, and this orange cone is the turn in. That's where we're going to start aiming it to the right through the corner. Look at that. Oh my goodness. You can kind of straighten the wheel up as you come out of there. That's perfect. Also, guys, if you're wondering about hand placement, we always tell everybody, put your hands at 9 and 3, not 10 and 2, so not higher up on the wheel, but like dead even, 9 and 3, straight across the wheel. So I'm able to look back here in my mirrors and kind of see where you guys have your hands placed. Spread those out. It'll be more important as we start using the paddles here in a minute. Let's go over to the right side. Really tight here through turn 3. And then you aim it to the left as we go into the bowl. And then keep it tight as we go to the second part of the bowl. And then you can straighten up to the right as you come out of there. Yeah, so Dries probably ran just a little wide coming out of there a little earlier. Trying to hug that apex through that bowl a little bit tighter. Okay, to get up on the curves as we go through that part of the assist. Really want those inside tires across those green curves. You'll notice how wide I'm staying here, Wayne. I don't get to that curve until the very end, and I stay to the right. Because I got an immediate left that comes right after it. Yeah. Also, we're using a little bit of brake to help go through some of these turns, even if we're doing it a little slower. Like stay wide, a little bit of brake, sharper turn. And now straightening out to the left. Alright, Wayne, so go ahead and pull over to the right for me. And come on. And Wayne, you pull in behind Dries in that gray car. Let's take the mode selectors. Let's select sport mode, guys. So you can use that mode selector. You can turn it to the right. You'll see the screen change there on the dash. We'll go to sport mode. Sport mode meant for a little more spirited road driving. Okay, so let's say you come to a good stretch of road, you want to start getting on it a little bit. That's exactly what sport mode is designed for. It's going to open up the exhaust manifolds. You're going to stiffen up the suspension a little bit. You're going to feel a little bit tighter steering as well. And also, a little bit of throttle response. So here, Ed, as we're going up to turn 3, let's get on it just a little bit. Yes, here. Now we get back on the brakes and slow it back down for turn 3. Bring it in here really tight to the right through turn 3. And then like down into this bowl, we give it a little bit of throttle down into it. And then back to the brakes and slow it down as we turn. I mean, this is like a good way to think about as mode for like a mountain road. Where you come up to a good twisty section, you want to have a little fun with it. You can see easy here, Ed. I'm putting my inside tires up on top of those curves through those S's. Turning, remember the line. Wide, and then tight at the very end, because we got to stay to the right. Because we're going to go immediately back to the left. You get down to that inside too soon, it's going to push you out really wide. You're going to have to slow down a lot more for turn 9. Now this is turn 10. Orange cone. That's when you start to turn to go through turn 10. It's going to give you a better line on the way out. There you go. That was really good, Ed. Nice. So come in there a little bit shallow, Wayne. Ed, go ahead and pull to the right for me. Trace, you come on up here behind. Keep it in sport mode, everybody. Ed, drop in behind Wayne in that gray number 11 car. Just keep into it here. Let's get a little throttle here, Trace, as we go into turn 1. And we'll get back on the brakes, slow it down. Using the brakes to help the car turn over to the right. Same thing, we can give it a little bit of throttle. Then here in turn 2, believe it or not, we actually won't brake. We'll just kind of coast through that turn. Then you give it gas again. Here's when we go up towards turn 3. So a little bit of throttle. You feel a little bit of the acceleration in this car. We're going to swap the track mode here in a minute. You'll really get a good view of that. So Drees just came in there a little bit wide. Probably turn in just a little bit late as well. We keep that a little bit tighter there. Like here in turn in the bowl. Notice I'm kind of hugging the inside a little bit more. This gives me a straighter run coming out of there. There you go. That looks perfect. So I'm going just a little faster into the S's here. And look, eventually we're going to get it in track mode. Start being a little more aggressive through there as you guys get comfortable with it. But like in turn 8, really wide, tightening up at the very end, staying to the right, and then back to the left. There you go, that looked good. Over to the left side. On the brakes. Orange cone, sharp turn. Just wait as you come out of turn 9. Then you can make sure you straighten it up. I think you're slowing that one down just a little bit too much, but I'll work on that here in a sec. And then Wayne's still turning in early there. So pull to the right for me, Trace. Come on, let's put it in track mode, guys. And also, now that we get it in track mode, I want us to put it in manual transmission mode as well, so you can tap that M there in the center console. That way we're controlling the shifts, and I'll start calling those shift points out to you here as we're going around. So track mode, stiffest suspension settings, tightest steering, best throttle response, opens the exhaust, kind of the full potential of the car here. So we should be in 4th gear here as we go through turn 1. So 4th gear and then out to the left. And the throttle here as we go through turn 2, Wayne, over to the right. Go ahead and get on it a little bit right there. Let's go up to 5th gear so you can click that right paddle up. You guys will feel just how snappy this transmission is with that dual clutch. Really good. So on the brakes, down to 4th gear. Start looking to the right. We'll bring it in really tight here, Wayne. Then give us some throttle back to the left. So Wayne right there kind of rode the gas through the middle of the turn. That's what's pushing you out. We'll let the car turn first. And then give it gas after we clip the apex. That way it'll let you straighten out a little bit more, like right there. Straighten it up over to the right. This is all 4th gear through here. To the left. And then the right. And as you brake for turn 8, click it down to 3rd gear. So 3rd gear here, Wayne. And now look to your right. Big sweeping turn. We're going to clip the curb and stay to the right. Then back to the left, and notice as I clip this, straighten up, out to the right. Straighten up, straighten up, straighten up, straighten up, straighten up. There we go, back to the left. Orange cone here, Wayne. That's what I want you to wait on before you turn. That way you turn sharper, you get a straighter run coming out. And so when you're going to ease it into steering, and that's where you're having to turn more. When you turn for that corner, I want you to turn sharp. That way it'll give you a straighter run coming out. And so Wayne, pull to the right for me. So Ed, come on up. Maybe you can drop to the back. To be in 4th gear, everybody. Here's we're going through turn 1. Little bit of brake. We'll go back to the right, close to the curb. Straighten out to the left. And the throttle. Doing a little lift here through turn 2. You can give it a little more gas right there. We'll go up to 5th gear. And then back to the brakes in 4th gear. So firm brake, 4th gear. We'll bring it over to the right, really tight. There you go, good. Give it a little bit of throttle down into the bowl to the left. And now on the brakes, tightening it up to the left side. Straightening out as we go over to the right. That's good. And so like right there, Wayne, probably aim it a little closer to the inside of the track. Right there, look like we're just a touch wide. Let's get on the curb and then out to the left. 3rd gear here as you brake it. So let it go wide. And then back to the inside. Now to the left. Tight. And then straighten out to the right. We'll brake at the 1. Here's that orange cone on the left. You can use the brakes to help it turn. And then accelerate out. So Wayne, go ahead and pull to the right for me. Here you go, Wayne. You can go ahead and pull on over. Dries, you and Wayne, come on up here behind me. Yeah, so kind of the same thing there, Wayne. Just not turning the wheel enough. You're kind of easing into it. That's why you're having to turn more at the very end. Coming in there just a little bit shallow. Wayne, I want you to focus next time. It goes like 3, 2, 1, and then that orange cone on the left. That orange cone is when I want you to turn going into that corner. It's that turn-in cone. It's going to help you out a lot. All right, so Dries, let's go to 4th gear here. Over to the right. Give it a little bit of throttle here through turn 2. Bring it to the right side. And now we can go up to 5th as we give it a little bit more. And now as you brake first. And then bring it over tight to the right. Give me a little bit more space there, Ed. Let's try to give each other a little bit more room as we go into some of the tighter sections. Over to the left side. Into the bowl. Little bit of brake and tighten it up here, Dries, across the curve. And straighten it out to the right. Give us some throttle right there. Good. Really good corner. Nice job. And the S's. Hold it to the left, and then we'll go back to the right. Straighten it out. Yes, I got a little bit offline there. 3rd gear. Look to your right. Use the brakes. Got to use a little bit of light brake to help wrap the car around turn 8. Yeah, it's like right there, probably got the throttle early, that's what pushed you out. Had to really slow it down a lot for turn 9. You can see just how important that is, right? So over to the left, wait for that orange cone, and then use the brakes to turn sharp. We can straighten it up. There you go, cool. Alright, so Dries, pull over to the right for me. Yep, so Wayne, that's looking worse by the minute. We got to work on that quite a bit. So, Wayne, here's what we're not going to do right off the bat. We're not going to try to drive faster to keep up if it's a little bit out of our comfort zone. That's how we're going to wind up getting in a little bit of trouble. So I'm going to work on a couple of things with you here. Let's go up to 4th gear. Like right there, that was the case of it didn't even look like you broke at all going into that corner. We came in there really shallow. That's something we got to work on. Let's get down to the apex over here to the right, Wayne. On the curb, and then out to the left. Accelerate and let it push you out coming out of the corner. Better. Now over to the right through turn 2. You notice I'm not braking. But give it some throttle there. Go. Up to 5th gear. Go. A little faster. Faster. And now brake a little harder here. Down to 4th gear. Look to your right. You'll see that orange cone. Bring it here really tight. And just turn that wheel a little sharper. Perfect. This car handles so good, man. You turn that wheel really sharp. Little bit of brake. Tighten it up to the left. And then accelerate out to the right. Get the throttle. Up the hill. Back to the brake. Left. And right. Good. Stay out wide for this one. Turn 8, wide, and then tighten it up to the very end. So I'm noticing you're kind of riding the throttle through the airway and it's kind of pushing you out. I'm going to slow this down because I really want you to see that. Look on the left here, Wayne. It goes 2, 1. This orange cone is when I want to turn, and I want to turn sharper. And then you can straighten it up as you come out. Like that looks a lot better. A lot better right there. So Wayne, pull to the right for me. Now that we're getting spread out. All right, come on up here, Ed. Let's go to fourth gear. So Wayne, pull in behind that 69 car there, that gray one, and let's keep it going. All right, over to the right-hand side, Ed. We'll get to the curb, and out to the left, in the throttle, out to the right side, through turn 2, and then you can go up to the fifth gear, and back to the brakes firm, fourth gear, start looking to the right, bring it over here to the right really tight. Nice, good job. Back to the left. Little bit of brake as we enter the bowl, and then tighten it up. Good. Doing a nice job there, Ed. Little bit of brake here as we go into the S's. Left, right. Straighten it up to the left. Yeah, that's fine. A little bit of brake here. Third gear. Swing it out and tighten it up. Out of the left. Yeah, look where we push a little wide over there, Grease. We keep it a little tighter going into 8. You're really having to slow down a lot for turn 9. Good turn in here, and then let it push you out to the left there. All right, cool. Good job there, Ed. Good pull to the right. Look like a good exit out of turn 10 there, Grease. Nice. All right, so Wayne should not be out there. Gotta focus on the turn-in point right there. It looks like right now you're just driving. You're just kind of following the car in front of you. Focus on those marks. That's what's going to lead you in there at the right angle. Alright, let's keep it going. And then try to shift a little earlier here as we get rolling. I don't want to be banging off the rev limiter there as we get moving. Gotta take it easy. Let's go fourth gear here. And Dries, we'll start picking up speed through turn 2. Up to fifth gear. On the brakes. Fourth gear. Bring it over to the right here, Grease. And the throttle. Back to the left. Little bit of brake. And then tighten it back up to the left. Doing a good job here, Dries. Straighten it up. And that's how I kind of roll the throttle through the apex here, Grease. Remember, your turn first, then get the throttle. So to the left, and then the right. Now you get that first curve a little better. Now here, in turn 8, I want you to focus on that. So I'm slowing it down for a reason. Out wide, and then tighten up to the right. Stay to the right. And then back to the left. Like that section there is really important. Gives you a little bit of a run here going into turn 10. So we'll brake the 1, wait for this orange cone, and then turn off of that. There you go, good. Okay, so pull over to the right-hand side for me, Dries. Wayne, focus on that turn-in point there at the 10. Wayne, we got a brake in the corner. So Wayne, come on up here behind me. Put in fourth gear. It's a big thing there now that I'm seeing, Wayne, is you're just kind of riding the throttle going through that corner. It's going to push you out every time. We got to give it a little bit of brake. That's basically a 90-degree corner leading down onto the straightaway. Let's go across the curb here, then out to the left. Across the curb to the right, and we can pick up a little bit of speed here up to fifth gear. And then as we brake down to fourth gear, look to the right side, we'll bring it really tight. And then hand the throttle back to the left. Yeah, so like right there, Wayne, that was a case of like turning more as you came out of the corner. I want to be turning more going in, that way I can straighten up coming out. There it is. That looked a little better. All right, let's slow things down. So fourth gear, let's slow it down. We're actually going to come back into the pits this time. All right, cool. Look, this is just kind of the first brush at it. You guys are going to get another chance at this. So if you don't feel like you nailed like Wayne in turn 10, I'm messing with you, Wayne. It's fine. But if you don't feel like you nailed it, that's okay. You're going to get another shot at it here, probably later this afternoon. And if not, probably tomorrow morning. So this is just kind of getting you familiar with the modes and the car itself. You guys are going to love driving this car. I'll give you a little more time in it later on. So if your PDR is working like Teresa's,
Nice.
go ahead and hit stop recording on the PDR. You can open the glove box and pop that